T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It is Miscreant Madness time!
Are you ready?
Good evening, Miscreants. How we doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Everybody ready to go? Talk a little Buccaneer football? Let's get into this. There's a lot to talk about. No, there's not. It's the dead part of the season, but there is some stuff to talk about. Say hi to me in the chat box. I want to say hello to all of you. We've got Joshua Cole Allen coming by here. The usual band, the usual merry band of miscreants should be here tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing them and the rest of you popping by here. Let's get some new folks in here tonight. I want to see you guys. I just put up the chat link in there. You guys are welcome to come on, talk on video or just audio if you prefer. And we will go from there. But let me know you're out there. Say hello and hit the share button, please. Hit the like button and subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And let's talk Bucs football. I love talking Bucs football. Welcome to Live from the Cheap Seats. My name is Rick Hughes, and I'm your host for the shenanigans that go on here. And I promise you that Sunday nights usually get to be shenanigans, but we'll see what happens tonight. You guys are all being quiet out there. What's going on? Hey, Christopher Cole, how you doing? Yes, sir. Just under 2 weeks left for the draft, Christopher. I am excited about the draft. I'm interested. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I'm excited about the draft party and the news that's coming up. If you are in Tampa, this is a draft party you don't want to miss. It's going to be in, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's going to be in a new location, and it's a pretty cool place. So I think you guys are going to like it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So welcome to the, let's go, how would you call this part of the year? I guess you would probably call it, this is the slowest part of the year. This is when things drag on, when there's not a lot going on, the dog days. Maybe that's a good way to put it. The dog days of the off season. But important little things happen during that time. More importantly, there are some interesting things that happen, and I'm going to open it up talking about one of them in particular, because I like to open this whole thing up with something called The Thing Is. Okay, guys, so the thing is this. Vegas has come out with the win totals that they believe that the teams, who's going to win how many games, which teams are going to be, who's going to be the best, who's going to be the worst, how many games is every team going to win throughout the season. And one of the things I want to talk about, because I find it interesting what Vegas came out with. The team that they expect to win the most games is the Kansas City Chiefs. They expect that the Chiefs are going to win 12 games, and the Bucs they have it at 11.5. Now I find that interesting, and I want to talk about it because what throws me a little bit is it's not like the Chiefs have a much easier division even. Because the Chiefs, I mean, they're facing Denver and the Chargers and the Raiders twice, while the Bucs are facing the Falcons and the Panthers and the Saints. Okay, so it seems to me that, I mean, the Bucs, you got one extra game on the schedule. They're basically saying the Bucs are not going to be any better than they were last year. Does any of you believe that the Bucs will not be better in preseason? I mean, in the regular season than they were last year? Anybody? Now, I hope Harry the Greek is out there somewhere because I want Harry the Greek to come on this show. I would love to talk to Harry the Greek about this. So Harry, calling Harry the Greek. If you are out there, buddy, come on. Let's talk about this because I'm confused, and I think you're the guy to talk to. But the Bucs only at 11.5 wins this season makes no sense to me at all. The Ravens and the Packers, they have at 11 wins. So basically they're saying the Bucs are barely better than the Ravens and the Packers. The Bucs are not going to be as good as the Chiefs. Doesn't make any sense. Now, on the bottom end of the scale, they have the Texans and Detroit winning 5 games. There's always a team that only wins 1 or 2 games. They're saying that the bottom in the league is 5. Now, I wish Harry would come on here and talk to me about this because that doesn't make any sense to me. They have the Jaguars at 6. 6 games. Some doesn't make any sense to me about how Vegas is doing this. And I'm no expert on this. Harry is, so I hope Harry's out there calling Harry the Greek. Calling Harry the Greek. If you are out there, give me a shout. Somebody drop him a message on Facebook and tell him, get his butt here. And, yeah, I want to talk about this. Mike DeRoche is absolutely 100% correct here when he says 11.5 is disrespectful. I think the champs are getting no respect. I agree with that. Misador, actually, they're saying the Bucs are worse. Tampa has the 4th easiest schedule. Yeah, you're right, because of the extra game. They're saying the Bucs are worse. And it just makes no sense to me. So somebody drop Harry the Greek a message and say, hey, you're being talked about on Live from the Cheap Seats. Get your butt on there, because I would love to hear from him. And I'd love for him to make some kind of sense out of this to me, because it makes no sense at all. None at all. I'm not sure what just happened.
Are you
I've been having internet issues, so I don't know what just happened. So yes, I'm back.
I guess I'm on live with you.
Yeah. How you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I'm concerned yet.
No, I don't know what just happened. I literally, I think my internet dropped for a moment. I've been having problems with my internet the last few days. This is something semi sort of known is a problem where my internet has been dropping and then coming back and dropping and coming back. And AT&T, God bless you, are no help at all. It's amazing. You know, I'm sitting there with them and they're saying, yeah, you're there. You're they come on and they go, yes, your internet's working fine. And I'm like, well, I know it is right now.
Right.
But it keeps dropping. And then I'm like, okay, right now it's not working. And they're like, oh, Well, yeah, you're right. It looks like it's not. Well, thanks.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. Hopkins.
Thanks. Yes, it's not working. Then it comes back in and they say, okay, we'll see if it still does that. That's not
That doesn't resolve anything.
right. It's not resolving my problem. So sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I'm glad we're back. Everybody can see me. Everything is good.
I shot Harry a line just to see if he could come on and.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Mike DeRoche tells me to pay the internet bill. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. No,
Well, if it did, the cheat sheet banner wouldn't have showed up if it was.
yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I have paid.
Weird.
Yeah.
Maybe the producer hit a couple of buttons. Said that.
Okay. No, Harry just told me that he cannot make it on tonight. Bummer. Okay. But
I agree with you.
yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Pick up 3 games.
Yeah, it's confusing to me that they have them at 11.5. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if I was a betting man, this would be something I think I'd jump on. And that's why I wish Harry was here, because he's the guy. He's sort of the expert on all of this. But, we'll see. Anyway, let's get some more of you miscreants in here. Come on, guys. Teresa, Mike DeRoche, come on, my friends. We're waiting for you here.
No, John.
Yeah, Johnny will not be on until a little bit later. But some of you new guys, some of you new folks, some of you other folks who don't normally come on, somebody else come on here. Roy, come on here. Teresa, you barely, sometimes you poke your head out and come on here. Come on. I'd love to see you guys come out here tonight. Roy, I'd love to have you come on here for your first time. That would be awesome. As Ray called it, earn your miscreant card. But I think it'd be I want to get some new folks involved. This is the part of the year for you to try us out and realize, we're not going to completely we're not going to give you that much of a hard time. A little bit of one, I'm sure we will. And Misador, come on, man. Misador, just pop on here and say hello, Come on, you've been a regular for an awful long time, Get on here, Jeremiah Hafner. Come on, guys. Jason Seabrook, come on, say hello.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ. I look 20 years younger in the video, he says. My Lord. I wonder how old he thinks I am.
Anyway, I think it's Misador. Yeah, it's a good idea, Misador, with the dog tags. Everybody, we could get miscreant dog tags. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea.
Hey guys,
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Welcome.
All right. Hey Maddie,
Hey, Mike.
what's going on? Hey, I like the hat.
Yeah, it's the one. I
Yeah,
actually
boy.
had this photograph, just the top of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, that's a nice looking hat. Listen, guys, can you guys make sense out of this whole thing? Because I can't. I cannot make sense out of the 11.5. Mike, let's start with you, Mike. Can you make sense out of that? You said that you feel like it's disrespect. I kind of do too. Explain that.
I feel like it's a slap in the face to the champs. They had a good year while winning all the road games on the road and
Right.
to win the title, and
Yeah.
all the adversity during the season and COVID
Yeah.
and still no respect.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, first year quarterback comes in. This
Yeah.
is, in a brand new system, and this is what he does. Now he gets all his players back, and they're not, now they're going to have an extra game, but they're not going to do any better. Technically worse.
I find that very funny, very odd.
It is very odd. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Strong?
No.
That's the only
No.
explanation you can come up with.
No, they're
This division, we should beat everybody once. and
Well, they
couple
said we have
twice.
the fourth. We have the fourth easiest schedule in the entire league.
right. And then for them to say that's just crazy. There you go. There you go. The producer's the co-producer popping up there.
Yeah. Every time I get on this thing, he decides she needs to be in the middle of it. And
Yep.
I moved to this chair specifically so she wouldn't have any room to move. And she's
Nope.
finding a way.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. They're like, hold on, you're giving attention to this other thing. Now, Jason Seabrook, I want to talk about something Jason Seabrook just said. Jason just said the Bucs need to let AB go. Why? Why do they need to let AB go? What's the advantage to letting AB go?
I have no idea.
Wouldn't they have already done that if somebody was going to offer him money?
Yeah, but why let him go? I mean, you're not
let him go, but it's on his court, right?
Right, but there's exactly. There's nothing. There's no gain in letting him go. I mean, he's not on the team. Technically, they did let him go. Technically they already have. It's just a matter of whether or not he can re-sign. So, Jason, they kind of already did let him go, my friend. They did. I understand your point. I think what you're basically saying is the Bucs need to just move on. And
yeah, I think so.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't know. This thing is dragging on too long, I think.
So it just makes you a little uncomfortable, but it has no impact on anything.
No, I know, but...
I mean, we're so spoiled that now we're like, all these free agents need to re-sign even before the draft. No, they don't. No, I mean, they just, show up for training camp and I'm good. I mean, I don't care if you drag it out another month or two. I don't even care.
Is he technically a free guy right now?
Yeah. He's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants.
Popular, if he was that good, somebody would have cut him a check.
Right.
So nobody's doing it, including us. It's not
right.
like we're the only ones.
What are his demands? What does he want? Like, what's the sticking point?
He wants
money.
Twice as much.
Well, I know it's money, but is there a lot of money? Or
there's quite a bit of a difference between the two.
Okay.
Yeah, he's wanting 5 to 8, and I think the league is willing to give him 2 to 4. So
yeah,
that's the numbers that I've seen, and I don't think the Bucs are that proud where they're giving him 4 off the top. I think they might give it to him with incentives, but he's if he was that valuable, somebody would have signed him.
Jeremiah Hatefner.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Jeremiah Hatefner. There's no T in that, man. You're messing with me.
I think the name is Hate. I don't know.
Hatefner.
No, I know. Okay.
It should be Hay.
I think he means Hafner. I'm guessing. I'm like, why the hate? Literally. I don't understand.
Do you think kids are a little worried of AB because of his court cases and all this, or are they?
No, because that was more of an issue. I think it was a bigger issue last year. The guy's been a model citizen at this point. AB is the best route runner in the game, maybe one of the best route runners ever in history. He isn't a need, but he's definitely a want. I could not agree with you more on that. That is absolutely, he is definitely a want. I want to have him back. This team's better with him. You saw if you didn't notice in the postseason, he was the best receiver that the Bucs had in the postseason. When you can come onto a team with those guys and literally be the best receiver, if you can come onto a team with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and be the best receiver and really not even be close in the postseason, that's saying something. So, yeah, I don't know. So Jeremiah said yes, it is Hatefner. Jeremiah, I'm probably going to miss that and forget that in the future, but I don't understand it because there's no T. But then again, my last name is spelled Hughes, not Hughes. So who am I to talk?
Hughes.
Yeah, and we've got Mike Des Rogers in here, so the only one with the only guy you can't make fun of is Matt. So
or Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny Dean. No, those are the only two. Yeah, that you can't really make fun of, and I'm sure we can make fun of Johnny in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, we could get hit. Carl Hardy says something very true. We could get hit with injuries again and might need him. The thing is this. That's also why Vegas may have the Bucs at 11.5 games. But then you're betting on injuries. That's Vegas is betting on injuries. Now, let me go through a little lesson on something, guys. The way Vegas works is they don't, and Harry, God, I wish Harry could make it here tonight, but we'll have to bug him on his show on Wednesday on the over-under. He has a great show. But Vegas actually is not choosing. Vegas is not saying, we think the Buccaneers are going to win 11 and a half games. That's actually not how Vegas works. And a lot of times people think, they're like, oh, Vegas isn't giving respect, like you said, Mike, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is what Vegas is doing is saying, if we set it at 11 and a half games, 50% of the people will bet on, that the Bucs will win more. 50% of the people will bet that the Bucs will win less. Okay, that's how it works. That's how Vegas works. So what Vegas is saying is not this is how many we think the Bucs will win. They're saying this is how many we think people think the Bucs will win. Okay, that's a very important thing. That's a very important thing because you understand that's how Vegas makes money. That's why lines go up and down is because they're trying to trying to even it out so they get it back to 50% and they're guaranteed to win money.
Could that number change?
Yeah, that number will change. It could go up or down. If too many people are saying the Bucs are going to win more,
they'll change it.
Yeah.
They'll change it to try to get people to say that the Bucs will win less.
But if you were going to lock it in now, you could hold it that way till the end of the year.
Right.
I only won a bet in Vegas one time when I did money line on sports, and that was on the Bucs over under 7 one year.
Yeah.
And they ended up with 8.
I did a Monday night football game. Yeah, I did a Monday night football game one time when I was in Vegas, and the Bucs happened to be on Monday Night Football, and I had a blast sitting at a sports book, and everybody screaming and hollering and cheering like they cared. I cared because I wanted the Bucs to win, and they cared because of the money they had on the game. So it was a lot of crazy fun. Everybody was yelling and screaming and hollering. So yeah, that was a good time. But I am not. That is not my strength. I am not a bettor. Wednesday nights. Harry the Greek, usually co-hosted by Ray Kennedy. They have a show called The Over Under that's on, I believe, at 9 o'clock. That's a great show, and I strongly suggest if this is something you guys are interested in, if betting is something you guys are interested in, I strongly suggest watch that show because you can get a lot of great information, and you're not going to get it from me because I don't know anything about this. Okay, and the only thing I know about lines when Vegas comes out with a line and is that it's not what Vegas thinks is going to happen. It's what Vegas it's a reflection how Vegas thinks you're going to bet. People are going to bet. That's what I'm.
When you put it in that context, though, then they pick the right number because most people that are in this division are going to say they're out of their minds, and 11 is a low number. That just doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense to me either. And the fact that the bottom teams are at 5 games doesn't make any sense to me either. I mean, some teams are only going to win a couple of games.
Are the Chiefs 12 games or 13 games? The Chiefs.
What's that?
The Chiefs are 12 games.
12. Okay. Yeah, it's just weird. It really is weird.
They lose 5. That's kind of hard for me to imagine that too.
Yeah, I
don't see them losing 5.
No, the whole thing is just weird. The whole thing is weird and screwy. And I will be calling in on Wednesday night to Harry's show to try to get some answers because I'm confused. So anyway, not that big of a deal. Shortly, we're going to have Joshua Cole Allen coming on. And he's going to hang out with all of us, and he's going to talk draft.
Well, he needs to talk about this 11-win situation. He knows something.
Well,
he knows something.
Yeah. Tune in Wednesday night for that. I think that's the perfect place where you can get real information because we're not the guys for that.
Is it wrong for me to have mixed emotions about that when I drive my kids to church on Wednesday and then come home and turn on Bucs Report to talk about gambling? I'm just curious.
just pray when you gamble. Let's see. What does Teresa here says? Let's see. What is this? The Edelman.
Roll up. A guy asked. I'll tell you what he said, and I just shut him down real quick. And she's backing me up on that. Daryl Silkwood said there was talk of bringing Edelman aboard, right? Or yes?
Right.
Steady.
No.
No, yeah, there was talk, but there was only talk by fans. And then, you know how we used to have a segment on here? You guys remember? You remember the segment, right?
Right.
Well, guess what's coming back tonight?
It's the
back from
Yankee
the
cat.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, when Joshua comes on here, we'll fire that thing up.
The mangy cat.
Yeah, we will fire that thing up because it is time once again. Because let me tell you something, Bucs fans, you guys have all been so well behaved for the last, I don't know how long. You guys have all been well behaved, and then something happened.
Something happened.
I
It
mean,
doesn't make
it
any
all
sense.
happened in one day. It was like somebody pulled the pin on the stupid grenade and threw it out there, and man, it exploded. And I mean, the idiots came out of the woodwork. It was like, I mean, seriously, it was amazing how crazy I mean, everything in one day. The number of people who you take a football player with one knee and everybody was like, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. I think he's coming. And we've got a lot of them to talk about in that segment coming up, and I'm excited about it. It's time that we crank that thing back up. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, stupid stuff Bucs fans say is that is coming.
There, it seems like if there is anybody ready to retire, they got to come to Tampa first. And that's,
Well, I mean, everybody from New England, especially if there's any connection to New England, everybody automatically thinks they're coming. And yeah, I don't know.
Randy Moss might hang up his floor shines and come out here. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're going to be. Let's wait for the Danny Amendola talk. Let's wait for. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, seriously, it's like, where's LeGarrette Blount? He should be back. I mean, somebody should, and somebody's gonna say we should give LeGarrette Blount a ring from last year. You know, I remember when they were saying that. Let's give Jameis a ring from last year.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen anybody even utter.
I know.
A former player should get a ring in absentia.
Something stupid happened to people that, I mean, I don't get it. There are a couple things that seem to set people off. There's like this I got to be careful. I almost said something that would have gotten me canceled. Look, there's a stupid group, there's a stupid cluster of fans that every once in a while there are a couple trigger subjects that you can throw out there that will set off the wacky fans. Okay, and I mean, it's funny to me because all you have to do is mention our previous quarterback, and all of a sudden it's like people are triggered. It's amazing. It's like, you can't talk about him anymore. He's gone. Stop talking about him. Or he should be back here. We would have scored more in the Super Bowl if we had him. Nope. You know, I mean, you get all these crazy reactions to that guy. And then, but you also have weird, you know, you've got, anytime there's a free agent that anybody recognizes, but especially from New England, everybody goes nuts, thinking he's coming. Well, and I get it. Look, there are a lot of transplanted Patriot fans that are now Buccaneers fans. And let me tell you something, guys. Welcome. You're welcome to be here, okay? I get it. Everybody says they're just Tom Brady fans. Awesome. Tom Brady's the Buccaneers quarterback. Great. Good for them. Yeah, this isn't religion. You're not going to hell for it. They want to come and be a fan for a couple years and then move on to somebody else. Okay, thanks for coming. See ya. I mean, it is. Everybody acts like there's some, you know, like it's like your balls are at stake. You know, I mean, everybody acts like it's some kind of. Yeah, everybody acts like it's some, like, oh my God, you've got to, you know, and I get that there's a sense of pride. I have a sense of pride in the fact that I've been a Bucs fan from the beginning. I have a sense of pride in the fact that I've stuck with them through the hard times. But you know what? That just makes me feel good when they win. But if somebody's a casual sports fan, they're just look, let me tell you something. As basketball goes, I pay no attention to basketball. None at all. But if the Orlando Magic make the playoffs, I'm going to start paying attention and I'll kind of root for them because that's where I'm from and I was a Magic fan when I was there and blah, blah, blah. But
or the Tampa Raptors.
Yeah, or the Tampa Raptors. I'm not a I'm not a diehard Magic fan, right? I'm not a. I mean, are there teams that I casually watch and casually root for? Sure. And you know what? Everybody loses their minds when somebody. I mean, it's crazy how someone will come on and spell, and it's really stupid when they do this. Okay, it shows that they're not the brightest bulbs in the hardware store. It shows that they're newer. Okay, I get it when they spell Bucs Buccs. Okay, I get it. All right, hold on. Let's bring the another northern miscreant. Holy crap! Half the screen is Canadian. Hey, Andrew, how you doing, my friend?
Gentlemen, I figured it was only fitting that if Matt Coulson showed his face, it would hide mine.
That's no fair, man. I was all happy. We could almost have all of you on screen. It's a better show.
There can only be one amazing beer.
No, see now, look, Mike. Now, Mike, see, it was good when.
I'm just kidding. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
I want you guys on screen. Come on, Mike.
Two fantastic beards.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't have the
How's it going, eh?
Hey, what's that, Matt?
I don't have the paraphernalia. Behind me, all you see is the door.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have paraphernalia behind me?
I'm
supposed to?
Yeah, all I've got is a wall. I mean,
I got a lot of stuff behind me.
yeah, you've got the big board.
Yeah, one of two.
One of two big boards.
Possibly number 3. I'm thinking of putting one over there just for craps and loggles here, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
What's that, Mike?
If your little girl came into your room and erased your board, that'd be awesome.
No, that would not be awesome. That board is an important thing. I hope you take a picture of that every night just to make sure that, God forbid, somebody erases it.
It's funny that you said that. I actually just erased I just erased the mock draft that I was doing.
Oh, wow. So we couldn't see it?
No, so that I could actually do more stuff on this board because it's been up there for a while. But
so that's what I'm doing because I could sit there and do this to see if we could. Yeah, can we all see it?
Oh dear God!
There you go.
Wow.
It's off season, man. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, man. Have a beer. I
love sports too much, man. Just keep going until the draft actually happens, right?
Yeah.
So, you like being right, you like being wrong.
Did you hear that Vegas only has the Bucs at 11.5 wins?
I was listening to that before I popped in here.
I don't understand that.
I think it's honestly, I don't think it's because of the injuries. I think it's because everyone is probably thinking in the first 5 or 6 weeks it's going to be it's going to be a Super Bowl hangover. Last year, everyone said it was going to be. You got to give them time to get into the rhythm and start to learn what everybody is, which is basically what happened. It took a little bit to get to where they're at.
And they say they're going to actually be worse because it's a 17-game season.
Yeah, so, I bet you any money Vegas is thinking they're going to go 3-3 in the first 6 weeks. And
but I'm guessing the only reason. I mean, Vegas only sets those things at what how they think people will bet. So it's people. It's what people's perception is. It's not so much what Vegas thinks. By the way, Jeremiah, I have been a Bucs fan since. Are you ready, Jeremiah? Follow this. April 24th, 1974. Not 1976. April 24th, 1974, when my mom sat me down at the kitchen table and informed me that I was going to be a Buccaneers fan. They weren't even named the Buccaneers at that point. That was the day, April 24th, 1974. My mom sat me down at the kitchen table and said, "You're going to listen to this press conference, son. They're going to have a football team in Tampa, and you're going to be a fan."
Oh, come on, Mom.
And that's what happened. That's exactly. I wanted to go out and play wiffle ball.
My next door neighbor at that time was Paul Orndorff from the WWE.
Oh, wow.
And he was a former Tampa Spartan. You know, Tampa Spartan with Matuzak and those guys.
Yep.
Matuzak, wow.
So his son, Paul Jr., which I think is a wrestler now too, used to be the Miami Dolphins quarterback every year for Halloween. And he made him wear the Miami stuff all the time, even when the Bucs came around. Then they couldn't convert him. He was a Miami fan.
That's funny.
Kind of funny. But
Rick or Mike would know this. It's kind of like up here in Canada. If you were in Ontario, Manitoba, those areas, most of the time it would be Green Bay more kind of to the western side and Minnesota to the eastern side, Buffalo as well. And then once you start kind of moving over, they try to steal you into the Packers realm, and then on the other side into the Vikings and Buffalo realm.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, hell no. Like I said, we've just been hiding up here in Canada, waiting for the Bucs to start being good since everybody was picking on us since we were like chilling this tall in the igloos and stuff.
The igloos. All right, guys, let's do this. While you guys are here, let's break this thing out one more time. Oh, get the cat butt out of the camera. Okay. All right.
He just cussed me out.
He put a pencil sharpener right in front of the camera. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, guys, one more time. Let's do this. It's time for...
Stupid Bucs fans say.
And you guys have been gold this week. With the Patriots releasing Julian Edelman, and you know this is going to be a theme. With the Patriots releasing Julian Edelman, the Bucs should sign him so he can play with Brady again. Beside the point that he can barely walk.
It's just straight to the point.
Wow. I mean, oh my God. And there's so much of it. I could see Edelman joining the Bucs, not as a player, but as a coach, because of course the Bucs don't have enough coaches.
Yeah.
Right. It's like there's 1.5 coaches for every player on the team.
Dude,
is.
We need an assistant coach or an assistant tight end coach to the B team when it comes to the practice squad, man. Like, we need him.
Right. Julian Edelman, he should be a coach. Why? Because I've heard his name. He may not be a good coach. I don't know. He's never coached before, but we should bring him on as a coach.
Rick Steady.
I don't understand this one, and maybe somebody can help me. I guess they mean Blaine Gabbert. Okay, Blaine, might be time to get a new number so we can let Edelman have his number 11.
Nope.
Was Gabbert 11 last year?
Apparently.
Okay, but Gabbert, I don't even.
I
love this segment.
It's just so there's so much. There's so much. And it was a target-rich environment on Facebook this week. Why don't we get Edelman for wide receiver coach? I personally think it would be a great idea. What do you guys think?
And there's 25 comments going.
Yeah, there's 25.
Jesus Christ. I think we have 5 receivers that are better than him that he'd be coaching.
I'm pretty sure Evans could just do it if the actual wide receivers coach was down for it.
But why? But no, why? He's not even a coach. They're not coaches. Okay?
I'm just saying Evans would do a better job anyway.
What makes you think he can automatically coach? Because he played? Not every player is a good coach.
You know how good the Belichick trees worked out in the real world?
Yeah.
Every assistant let's go.
Good for 3 years and then gone.
Edelman, what y'all think? Brady making another phone call? Maybe to his doctor to help him heal his knee. If Brady's getting involved, it's like, yeah, man.
TB12 facilities here in Florida.
Exactly. We can help you with that knee, brother. Yeah. And now here you go. Let's change the subject for just a minute. That's it for AB. Because Edelman got cut. Let's bring in AB.
Not even the same animal.
Why not both?
They have nothing to do with each other. Because one of them can't walk.
Did you see him blow up last night? Did you see the Rick Grant?
Yep.
And it didn't take much. It was like throwing kerosene on fire.
I'm just fueling it for the fans here. I'm speaking for the fans right now. This ain't speaking for me. Listen, if Edelman comes here, that's a problem.
Been rumored JE11 in Tampa Brady's house. Good news coming.
Who's rumored?
Yeah, that's the thing. Been rumored. Yes, everything's a freaking rumor. Everything's a freaking rumor when it's on Facebook. Some people, just
some of you fans.
I love this one. Back on this one, Edelman, what do y'all think? Brady making another phone call. You know who wins the internet? Look down to Jamie Lindsay.
Right.
Stop. Edelman has a tore up knee and is retiring. People need to stop.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yes, Jamie Lindsay brought some wisdom in.
Is that your alias, Rick? Jamie?
No, but that guy deserves some props. Thank you, buddy. And he comes through again. Here, what do y'all think? Should we? And right now,
Oh, dear
ready?
God.
Ready? Should we? Now, yeah. For Marshawn Lynch says he talked to Tom about Brady joining the Buccaneers. Look at Jamie Lindsay again. Just stop. Stay off the internet and Facebook.
He's even photoshopped in a Bucs jersey. I like that.
Yeah. So Jamie,
Photoshop.
it is actually a very good Photoshop job. But Jamie Lindsay gets he gets props. He gets props this week. Do you think he joins the Bucs? They had a good discussion on this show I heard this morning. Here is the link.
Is it a ratio?
Listen, if they had a discussion where they seriously discussed whether or not he's coming, it wasn't a good discussion.
No.
Okay?
It's clickbait.
Oh my
Clickbait.
God, stop it. Okay, when any fan replies to a post on this page, I'm a Brady fan, that means they are only rooting for us because they think we'll win another ring. Front runners, they're like kids who only root for the winning team. It must suck having nowhere to go. So you...
What?
What happened?
So you... I had to cough. No.
No. It's okay. I kind of lost it at the end of
Yeah,
that.
so you
too.
stick
Like,
around, folks, who literally don't want you around. What kind of losers you have to be to accept that? You feel better now, or I feel better now? Well...
Are they saying that they're only here because of Brady and that's it?
Yes, and then that's
why they're Bucs fans?
no. They're saying that if you're that way, you're just a front runner, and we don't want you around. I want you around.
The NFL, 30% of the NFL is that way. I think
Is this-
they get behind whatever winning flag there is, and
Why?
that's what they root for at the bar.
And who cares?
Is this what an
It
aneurysm
doesn't
feels
matter.
like?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die of an aneurysm with these fans, guys. Like, this is intense. I don't like this.
It's like a Slurpee tumor or a brain freeze.
Oh, a Slurpee too.
Yeah.
That thing.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
You.
That's it's what it is. It's like a Slurpee tumor. It's you.
Excuse me, sir. You have a tumor. Oh my
It's
goodness,
not a
that's
tumor.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's a Slurpee tumor.
I mean, there's just so many people that it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I mean, seriously, it's like, okay, and Fred, my friend Fred. I've never
why?
met you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Well, we
But
did
why?
lose an assistant wide receiver coach.
Oh, no.
So let's plug in a guy because I've heard of his name. We don't even
why?
know if he has any desire to coach. We don't know. It's literally just saying because him and Brady work together. That's literally it. That's it.
That's all
Okay.
you need to get in.
I
I knew
mean,
Brady once. Maybe they'll hire me.
okay.
take the job.
Okay, good, Fred. Thank you. Much props. Welcome to the show. You are absolutely you earned your miscreant card. Good job. Good job. Well done. Bravo. I that's not sarcasm, believe it or not. I mean that is yeah, there's no freaking way that it just can't happen. It just, people stop, please stop, please. I'm begging you. Listen,
He's got more pictures,
hold on,
guys, that's
hold
why.
on, hold on. Let me do this properly.
Oh, full screen time.
Ah,
Hello, Bucs fans. I want to have a conversation with you.
Oh, God.
I want to talk to you from the bottom of my heart. I want to tell you that Julian Edelman is not going to come to the Buccaneers. He's not coming as coach. He's not coming as, a wide receivers coach. He's not coming as water boy. He's not coming to be a wide receiver for sure because he doesn't have one of his knees. Julian Edelman and every other New England Patriot that you've heard of, every other free agent that you've heard of, everybody else, let me give you some advice. We don't need everybody. As a matter of fact, Bucs fans, take this to heart. We don't need anybody. We won the freaking Super Bowl like this. Just like we are right now. So we don't need Julian Edelman. We don't need anybody. There are some nice to haves, but they have knees. So Julian Edelman's not one of them. So I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart. Bottom of my heart. Shut the.
Come on.
Come on, Rick. Rule set.
Johnny Dean, how you doing, Professor?
Oh no, he's
Johnny Dean, you're muted and say it.
I was going to write a comment in the chat when he brought me in. I wasn't expecting it.
How you doing, brother?
Can I get an amen, guys?
How's it going, Dad? Matthew, I see you, sir.
Yes, it's beautiful. Now, if we could get you back on camera, we'd have everybody on camera the way it should be. It's a better show like that.
I was on camera last night.
I know, it was awesome. You looked great. You ought to be on camera.
Well, I don't look great right now.
Join the
We'd
Brady
all,
Bunch.
we would all be. Oh, this is awesome. The gang is all here. Welcome to Miscreant Heaven. Hello, dude.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Hey.
That's a better volume.
Hey, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So I just read in the local newspaper that a punter was cut from the local high school team. Bucs fans, should we go get him?
We gotta get
We gotta
him.
get that guy.
Yeah, we gotta get him. Everybody, you know what? That's what we need to do. We need to all in sync at one time. 3, 2, 1. We gotta get him.
That was totally the opposite of in sync.
Yes,
That was
I know.
That was
more Backstreet Boys. Yeah.
Hey, great looking at Matt Coulson. Look at that. Look, dude, what a rugged, strapping young lad you are, sir.
I'll show you the door, dude.
Santa.
Who put you in the hallway, Matt?
This is where I sit. Fire exit, television. It's easy. That's all I gotta worry about.
Oh my God, he's like Sheldon on. He's like Sheldon on what's that called?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. This is my spot. You know, the airflow from here and the glare from the you're like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's my spot.
Yeah, this is the Archie Bunker chair. If you hang around in the living room, so I've been known to pontificate from this location. Thus,
He's pontificating now.
No.
Yeah.
So are we done with the stupid stuff people say, or can we do more? Because that gets me all warm.
I'm all done. I ran out
you didn't bring any Richard Sherman jokes in.
because because people were too busy this week. I have no idea what this comment is about.
Oh no!
When you come into a conversation late, you hear something late.
Grandpa Harry Balls?
Yeah, I'm not sure what
about
just
my balls?
happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what just happened.
Why? We got to talk about my hairy balls here, Mister.
I'm not sure what Mr. Hatefner.
Hatefner.
Yeah. So yeah, why the hate, bro? But I've got a question.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Okay, so I got a question, dude. 11.5 wins is what they're predicting that the Buccaneers are going to have. That's what Vegas came out with. I mean, is that ridiculous? I mean, do you agree that that's disrespectful? I mean, it's weird.
I mean, okay, who are you asking the question to?
You.
Okay. 11.5 in the 17-game season.
That's worse than last year.
Well, my whole thing is, like we say about all other teams, they now have film on us. They now can prepare for what Brady and the Bucs will do.
I still don't know what Brady and the Bucs are going to do because from the beginning to the end, it was totally different.
Well, film plays out a little bit differently in the film room. The point is, I think we're missing the actual point here. They're predicting 11.5 wins. Do you have on that stat sheet how many wins they're predicting for the Saints?
I do not have that. I don't believe I have that. Let me see. I know it's 10.
So that means they're predicting us to win the division.
Yes.
Isn't that all?
Well, yeah, it gets the second. It's the second highest in the league. I just think it's an odd total. It was just I just thought it was odd because they're actually saying the Bucs will have a lower winning percentage this year than they did last year, and I think that's odd considering they're going to have training camp, they're going to have preseason, and they're going to have a year under their belt together. The same team is coming back. Just seemed odd.
What I learned by listening to the over under with Harry the Greek on Wednesday nights on Bucs Report is Vegas will put out a line like that in an effort to get people to put money on one side or the other. So they might be putting that line out going, everybody's thinking like Rick is, oh, that's BS. We're going to go over and bet over on that. And that line will slowly creep up.
That's actually, we brought that up earlier. So, and I told everybody, and I mean this, guys, tune in on Wednesday night because I'm calling Harry to ask him about this. I am calling Harry the Greek to I want to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe that's what Jeremiah's comment was about, is Harry's balls.
It could be.
I'm not worried about that.
I don't even know. I'm not quite sure. It might.
Are you speechless again?
It might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Ah, this looks delicious.
I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. You know.
do you know what I will say about the show on Sunday Night Live from the cheap seats? There's only one thing I'm disappointed by, and that seems to be the night that I have the best food to talk about. But this isn't the food show, so son of a bitch.
Feel free to talk about it.
You do realize nobody is there with you, and you can lie about your food, and I promise you're not going to go to hell for it.
Okay. First of all, look at my face and realize the belly is much larger than my face appears fat. I don't lie about food, brother. Food is a highest level of regard on the dude, next to vodka and trolling people from Canada like Mike DeRoche.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm not going to leave him on here forever. Let's bring Joshua Cole Allen in here.
We're doing the 7.
I see Ray Kennedy's in the chat too, man.
Hey,
the whole
the whole gang.
It's a 7-way. That means one guy's got. Well, never mind.
Well, all I know is this: if one more comes in, it's almost like the Brady Bunch. So it's getting a little weird.
Keith, what happens if one more comes in?
It's like the human centipede.
Then we could all.
Who gets the front and who's at the back though?
By the way, a hell of a way to welcome Joshua Cole Allen to the show.
Joshua's the guy who does all this serious work. Joshua does all this really serious work, and he does all this real serious journalism, and now he's on the cheap seats.
This is where I started, man. Up in the cheap seats. Getting a little rock and rowdy up there with the guys.
That's right. I got to tell you guys a story. Miscreants, all of you miscreants out there, you guys will love this story. So I was brand new at Bucs Report. I mean, when I say brand new, the day of my first show, it was cut day. There was a show that was on, and they were having this very serious discussion. And Philip Schwegler, who is the editor-in-chief for Bucs Report, they brought him on camera right as he was doing a mic test, and it was quiet, and only Joshua and I heard as this serious discussion is coming on. They pop him on, and he's going on the microphone, and I was punchy. I was so tired. I was punchy, and the way it happened, the way it all went down, I looked up at Joshua. And Joshua was looking, I looked at the camera. Joshua was looking at the camera like, did y'all hear that? And I'm looking at the camera like, did y'all hear that? As soon as I saw Joshua's face, I lost it. I completely lost all composure.
I tried to keep my composure a little bit, but Rick lost his composure so much that he literally left the lobby because he couldn't.
I just could not stop laughing. It was the worst. I've never completely lost my composure. I'll laugh and but I'll be able to pull it back together immediately. There was no way it was done.
I wouldn't say that. I thought pretty much on Megatron's butthole you lost pretty good.
No, I came back pretty good because I immediately came back with, if you remember, immediately after I laughed and then I looked right at the camera and said, I've been in Megatron's butthole and I liked it. So no, I kept it together. That one time it was because I was so tired. It's because I was so tired.
So
and
Yeah, I don't think anybody here is buying that excuse.
well, it was my first day on. It was literally my first day on Bucs Report. So you're stressed, you're nervous, you don't want to screw up, you don't want to do anything stupid. I've never done this in this kind of a platform before. I don't want to screw up. I go on. I do a 3-hour show on my first show ever was a 3-hour show, cut show, middle of the afternoon. Bam, breaking news coming out, and I was just exhausted. Because that day, if you remember, the news just kept coming and kept coming, and by the end of the day, when that happened, and I looked at Joshua, the serious journalist, and it was like, oh crap, it's over. It's just over. I mean, oh my gosh, I was like punchy, like when you're so tired, you're punchy, and it hit just wrong. Okay, I got one more story. I'll tell you guys. I was producing a TV series that was on, doesn't matter what TV network, doesn't matter, national network. I was tired. I had been up. I had gotten, how sometimes people, when they tell a story, they exaggerate for effect. Yes. I'm not going to exaggerate. I literally had 3 total hours of sleep in 3 days. Okay, when this series was over, I almost ended up in the hospital. It was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. And in the middle of this, I'm part of it. I had to be on camera, so they come to me. Now what it is there were 40 models, and through this weeding down process, it ended up there were 20 models. Okay, we just narrowed it down to 20, and 17 of them were brunettes. Right now, they stick a camera. Stick a camera on me. They put a microphone on me and say, Rick, what do you think about the fact that there's 17 brunettes? Now I'm holding a Diet Pepsi, which looks like it's in a solo cup, so it looks like I'm drinking. It's literally a Diet Coke. Okay, I've had no alcohol, I've nothing. I look on national television. I look and I go, I like blondes. Just completely look drunk as can be. And it was because I was tired. I looked so drunk. Not redheads, Johnny. Blondes. But the thing is, when you're really tired, it's amazing. And because I try very hard to, come off professionally or whatever. I went to them and said, you're not putting that on the show.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Uh-huh.
Who the hell invited Pippi Schlong stocking over here?
Excuse me, my name is Jonay.
Now, Mike, come back on. Mike, now if we can get Mike back on, we've got 7 of you guys on camera, and that's great. Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome, Rick.
Yeah, this is awesome. So now it's just you, dude.
Well,
that's because I'm mysterious.
Yeah, you're
chicken shit. Come on.
Watch the language.
Speaking of professional journalism, I do have a couple tidbits from the gala tonight.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first of all, tell them what you mean by the gala, and give me a tidbit.
Okay, so Bruce Arians, he had his annual Aaron's Family Foundation charity tonight at the golf event in Innisbrook. Tonight was the gala ceremony. Tomorrow will be the golf game, if weather permits. We know how Tampa is. Supposed to pour out today in Tampa, but hey, we had beautiful sunny 84-degree weather. But obviously when they're walking in, microphones in their face, hey, can we get you Byron, Bruce, everything. So one of the questions that was asked to Byron Leftwich, if he's worried about getting a head coaching job, or looking forward to potentially getting a head coaching job next year. He pretty much said that, he's happy where he is. He's not going to spend a year worrying about head coaching jobs, and that he's in no hurry to leave this great group of men that he's coaching with in Tampa. Could he be the successor?
Oh, I don't think that's news. I don't think that's news. See, I know Johnny, we've talked about this because Johnny believes it's going to be Byron Leftwich, and I think that was the original plan, but plans change. And I think that the plan may have changed. Johnny, I think you're right. That was the plan, but I'm not so sure that's the plan going forward.
Hey, you want to see me put a poo-poo face on Joshua?
Not
Okay.
particularly.
So what you're saying is, Joshua,
Yes, sir.
is that you've got an article coming out tomorrow about Byron Leftwich' clothes.
I've got multiple articles coming out together after I get off this show. I've got a podcast to record, and then I'm working till 2:00 in the morning.
But you
I
have
gotta finish
multiple
my mock
articles
draft. I
coming
gotta
out like
finish
that.
my Rojo article. And then we've got all this stuff, and that's not the only tidbit. There's more tidbits.
give me some more tids.
I'm gonna have to go to the bat link over here and contact all these riders and say, "Hey,
Come
guess
on,
what?
man. Come on, man. Give
Jason
a.
Pierre-Paul had off-season knee surgery. At the time, he posted Instagram videos saying, "Man, I was playing at 60 to 70% last year, and look what I did. Only Pro Bowler on the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Looking pretty sharp." So we was asked about that knee surgery he had and where he's at now. He said he's about 85 to 90% rehabbing from his knee surgery. He's excited that the team brought everybody back and to go after another championship. JPP in the final year of his contract. Can he bring the same kind of impact another year older with a full healthy knee, hopefully, that he did last year?
So you're saying that if he could do
This
it,
is a nice tidbit, Joshua. You're like, this is awesome. Hold on. Let me give Joshua this. Hold on. Welcome to Live from the Cheap Seats. Special guest Joshua Cole Allen with breaking news.
Now he has two articles to write.
So with that, can we?
I always thought
don't we know how to fix a knee? We're going to get Edelman in here too.
Yeah,
He's only paying at 40%, right?
Are we gonna
get him up to 70, and he should be golden.
We were watching.
hold on? Go, dude. Go ahead, dude.
We were watching JPP last year, and we saw the high level that he performed at, and we were wondering, does the knee injury, is it affecting him? I feel like now that we just heard the tidbit from Joshua, that it's safe to say JPP has actually gone through an offseason without having any catastrophic injury to deal with, broken neck.
Yet.
Blown off finger.
Yet.
But I will say this.
He's doing a lot of remodeling of his homes.
Exactly. Like everything's a fire safe zone for him now. I'll say that JPP has been a guy who realized he came to the Buccaneers when they sucked.
Yeah.
Now, he was chasing money. Of course, he already has a ring in toe on that one of those fingers.
Yep.
But he is a big catalyst to why this defense is playing the way it is. Now, granted, the coaching staff has a lot to do with it, so do the other players. But JPP is the guy in that locker room that holds these guys to a standard the same way Tom Brady does.
Yeah. No, I think it made a big difference when he came back after his injury. Yeah. Somebody's in the middle of a NASCAR race.
That's Johnny's house.
Yeah.
He's got a truck stop behind him, I think.
So I want to know this, and miscreants, I want all of you to check out Joshua's article tomorrow, because somewhere in the article he's going to use the word tidbits, and that's a nod to all of you.
It's going to be an article featuring all the tidbits, because wait, there's more.
Oh, hold on. But wait, you know what? I'm going to do something special. Hold on. I'm going to do something special here.
This one's a little bit bigger than the last two.
Okay, hold on.
That's what she's.
All right, Joshua, go for it.
So Tom Brady, if you weren't aware, he was down in Miami earlier today taking a soccer game of the LA Galaxy. Good friend David Beckham. He flew back in time to make it to Bruce Arians' gala dinner tonight, and he was asked by a few different people. Jenna Lane of ESPN asked him specifically if June mandatory minicamp comes around, will his knee after having surgery be fully good to go out there and throw passes with the receivers? He said, "Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. I feel pretty good, and I push myself pretty hard. If the time comes and we do have mandatory minicamp, I should be able to go."
Okay, so then there's that. So we got all kinds of tidbits. I want to see the word tidbit in there as a nod to the miscreants.
3 articles.
Saying that he wants the only
That
thing
is
that's
3
stopping
articles.
him-
That is 3 articles, Joshua.
The only thing that's stopping him from going out there and throwing with his teammates now is his surgery. So if not, he'd be already out there. So you just know Tom Brady and the will that he has.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did someone do a welfare check on Andrew Colbert?
Yeah, what happened?
He was also asked about Giovanni Bernard and comparing him to James White. His quote was, "Yes and no. I'd say a little different. James, I don't want to compare him to anyone. He was pretty exceptional every way, but I'm excited to work with Gio." So there's different ways that they are comparable. But he's excited to get ready to work with Gio. Obviously, we know about the strong connection between Gio and James White. So I'm excited to get him out here on the field, which ties into the first article I'll have out tomorrow. Is a certain running back expendable? And make sure you tune into that. We've talked about it, and I'm going to have it now in written form. So
yeah, we've talked about it on all of our shows. You know, now let's go around the horn. Oh, I can't say that, can I? That's actually has that become a trademarked thing? Because that's been a saying.
Copyright infringement.
That's been a saying. How can you do that?
And here's what's funny: around the horn, isn't that technically a baseball term?
Yeah. Okay, let's yeah. It's been, I mean, I've known that term my whole life, so now all of a sudden I'm not more.
Pardon the interruption. Let's go around the horn.
Okay.
That's a nautical term.
Nice.
Now we're getting sued.
Yes. So,
can I have the first take?
First take.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't even. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Very nice.
Hey,
Good morning, everybody. Football.
No, that doesn't work.
I don't think that one works here. No, I mean, I thought about changing to Good Evening Football, but it's just not the same. So we're gonna be here talking NFL, total access to everything about sport. All right. We should probably stop messing around.
Okay, so Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew.
Uh-oh.
No, I just got a tweet from Andrew. Now I know what Andrew was doing.
Baby.
Andrew was replying to a tweet from Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, really?
Whoa. What?
Well, that's what's showing up. It says Trevor Lawrence said.
How long ago was that?
Oh, well, it looks like it looked to me. I just got notified you just did this. Okay.
Weird.
It said Trevor Lawrence 5 hours ago. Trevor Lawrence said, "Thank you at Jaguars fans. We really appreciate the wedding gifts and donations for charities of our choice. In addition to the donations, Marissa and I will be donating $20,000 to charities in Jacksonville." By the way, he has no money. How is that happening?
No money.
He hasn't gotten paid yet.
He's
Okay.
not from a poor family.
But then, you ready? Then he says, "Thanks again. We hope to be a part of your community soon." So he just as Andrew said, quote, "We hope," cryptic. Are the Jags looking elsewhere? I think it's the opposite. I think what he did basically is just by spending that $20,000. I think he just said, "Yeah, I already know I'm going there. It's already taken care of." Not that it wasn't already, not that that's a surprise, but you're removing any mystery or any possible, whatever. Now, I did hear today, and I think that this is interesting, and thank God it seems like John Lynch and company have gotten smarter, because all of the rumors about Mac Jones going to San Francisco.
Starting to dry up.
Yeah, they're starting to dry up, and Mac Jones is not going at the beginning of the first round. Who is it, Joshua? Who is it that San Francisco is probably getting?
Mr. Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. I couldn't think of his name. So everybody, all of those rumors, thank God, intelligence is seeping back into San Francisco. Because
I don't like it. I hate that move. I want him to take Mac Jones because that means Justin Fields and Trey Lance might be available for the Patriots and trade him. Now they're just stuck with Mac Jones, Trey Lance. I don't really like that.
Who do the Patriots trade up with though? If just hypothetically,
why do you care?
He's a Patriots fan. He's a Patriots fan. So that's why I asked.
Falcons.
Is David
Lions.
Shea taking a selfie?
What'd you say?
Mike's taking a selfie.
No, I'm talking to Brady actually.
Oh, that's what's up.
But yeah. Mike's sitting here. Mike's kicking back, going, "Pork belly sell 2.5." You know, he's a big shot now.
Isn't there going to be an awkward tweet though if Jacksonville gets offered a really crap load of stuff?
Then he's gonna. Can you imagine somebody? Yeah.
Do I look serious at all, Joshua? Keep your mouth. Let me finish my thing, okay?
No, can you imagine? No, can you imagine though? Somebody comes in with a Mike Ditka, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles kind of a trade and says,
hilarious.
"We will trade you our entire draft this year and next year because we want Trevor Lawrence." They trade out of there, and Trevor Lawrence is going, "Can I have the $20,000 back?"
The only team that would be able to do it would be Miami then, because it'd be like you can have a first-round quarterback with that fifth-year option. You can have all these first-round picks, but even then, it's not going to happen.
You know what would happen? You know what would be hilarious is to see a team make a move like that. Can you imagine if a team did that and trade and like offered the world to Jacksonville, and Jacksonville said, "Okay, we'll take it," and then Trevor Lawrence, after the trade has been completed, Trevor Lawrence comes out and says, "I will only play for the Jacksonville Jaguars."
Wow.
Jacksonville would get all of that draft capital and the guy they wanted in the first place.
Poor management and ownership if they had no clue about that prior to that trade. Then.
I know, but how hilarious if they pulled an Eli Manning.
Yeah.
But Eli Manning and John Elway did the same thing.
This dude's got a boatload of endorsements already from Jacksonville and National and everything.
Mm-hmm. It'd be hilarious. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Jacksonville gets up there and drafts Fields or something? I mean,
I want to wait until after the draft is done and see if some of those random rumors about like London and stuff like that, because Jacksonville is always attached to London and stuff like that. Like if any of those rumors were like Trevor Lawrence has already basically sold like a whole 2 seasons worth of tickets at that arena.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see if those are really true.
Yeah. Well, Joshua, the stuff that you said, that's good tidbits. I mean, you've got great tidbits.
We got tidbits up in Canada.
But I appreciate the fact that you did that. Let's bring Eric Marino in here. Hey, Eric, how are you doing?
How you doing,
Eric? Eric?
They said my show.
Eric? And Mike? That's why I didn't bring Eric in.
Hey,
Who else did we just the messenger, Rick.
I know.
Is this a game where you got to figure out, like, when Eric leaves, who else did he take with him? Because I totally have no idea.
What just happened? Yeah, the dude bolted. Yeah,
dude, the dude's gone.
Yeah.
He's a ticket Irish goodbyes.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. So
two people with one shot.
What's that?
You got rid of 2 people with one
yeah,
shot.
Eric scared him away. I don't know what just happened. He wasn't even here.
We saw that video of Rick shooting, okay? He could get 2 people with one shot.
Yeah.
John Wick shooting if I ever saw it.
Curves the bullet.
Wanted style, like Tomness, just boom, right across the corner.
Yep. Just about done, honey.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. The first time I held, it's funny because it was the first time I'd ever shot a gun, first time I'd ever done that, and it was
that feels really powerful.
And I had never, like, ever in my life, it was like, okay, so I feel like I've just lost some kind of virginity, and I feel something's changed. I don't know what just changed, but something changed. But I'm a very competitive person, and the only thing that I could see, the only real attraction for me is next time I want to shoot better than I did this time. And that to me would be the allure. It's not this feeling of I didn't get that. What? Yeah, but I didn't get that amazing charge out of doing it. I didn't. I thought it was cool that I could shoot 200 yards and almost, and just miss the center of a target thanks to a scope. I thought that was cool. But yeah,
Rick will eventually get
watch
to the
the language, guys.
I'm sorry, there's a tornado
On my
coming my way.
On my show, but man, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start booting you guys. That's the only way I'm gonna get the message across. Yeah.
And I said shiitake mushrooms. You just didn't heard the rest.
Yeah, right. So, golly, man.
I'm curious. I'm sitting here looking at everybody, and everybody is in like flannels, or I think that's a gray sweatshirt Matt's got on there. I got
Yes.
it. Yeah, and of course Faubert's got his nice flannel robe on.
Yeah.
So that's your weather like, man.
What is the weather like?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Really?
Let's get a weather
I get an
report from
update
everybody.
from Weather Channel every day.
No, we can't because there's two Canadians who don't know real numbers. They're like talking in that weird crap.
That's okay. We can convert to you guys.
We got tornado warnings headed our way.
You got tornado. So tonight I came home from work, and next door to me, the carbon
monoxide.
The carbon monoxide alarm was going off in the apartment, and they're all out, or the house. It's not an apartment. It's a duplex, and they're all out of the house. Standing in front saying, yeah, the fire department's on their way. They told me do not go in. So I'm standing there and I'm like, well, should I be going into my place?
Probably
right
not.
next door? I don't know. Why is my alarm's not going off? I'm not sure what to do. So she called the fire department who was on the way, and they said, no, do not go inside. And I'm looking at my cat who's in the window looking at me like, dude, we got a show tonight. Why aren't you coming in? And I'm like, I'm going in. I'm going to go in. So I open the door, and my cat's looking at me like, why are you standing in the door? And, the alarm's going off like crazy next door. More neighbors are coming out, and I'm like, this is stupid. If I start getting lightheaded, fine. I'm just going to go in, open the windows. My alarm's not going off. So, while this whole thing's going on, when the fire department shows up, now I've got the door closed. I've got the windows open, right? I'm in my place. Everything's fine. I'm eating dinner. I'm whatever. Then all of a sudden, of course, there's the knock on the door.
Sorry, police.
I open the door, and there's like 4 firemen standing there, all in their get-up. And I'm thinking, why do you need those coats for a carbon monoxide check? But, that's just me. But so they're all standing there, all firemened up. And they said...
That a word?
Yeah, I think so. They said, well, we gave instructions for you not to go inside. And I said, I didn't know it was like the cops. I thought you were making a suggestion. And they're like, well, is everything fine? I'm like, well, yeah. And they said, well, how did you know it was safe to go in there? I said, well, I had 2 clues. I told them, this was what I said to the fireman. I said, I had 2 clues. Number 1, my cat was in the window just fine. There was another cat laying on the couch that I could see through the window doing just fine. And my alarm wasn't going off. So I kind of did the math. Right? And they, you could just see they were all frustrated. That I didn't listen. And I get it. There was a little bit of a risk, but I'm sorry. I was going in. I was going to make sure that the producer was fine. I was making sure the producer was fine. I was going to go in and make sure everything was okay. And
The show must go on.
Yeah, well, Joshua's over here. We may watch him. You got to do me a favor, Joshua. There may be a tornado there. You got to do me a favor. Leave your camera running. Okay. And I did this the other day. I had the tornado alarm going on outside. They had the sirens going on right outside my window. And I was like, I'm just going to keep the show going. And if I got to go hide, I'm going to go hide. But I'll leave the camera running because that'd be awesome.
Turn the audio off because you don't want like people hearing if you're like having last conversations with your wife. Like, listen, if this goes wrong.
No, anything you need to say, this will be your opportunity. Just yell it.
You hear the cat really swear?
Now, who did I lose? Johnny.
I think he just froze.
He started talking tornadoes and he went running off to kill.
Yeah.
The tornado heard. Oh, what about Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
They happen in Pittsburgh.
They happen everywhere. They happen everywhere. So, what is the weather like everywhere else? What is the weather, Johnny, where you're at?
It's dry.
Not inside. What is the weather outside? Johnny's like, I don't know. And if I ask Mike DeRoche what's the weather like outside, he's going to be like, what's this outside you speak of?
It started down the 30s. It got up to the 60s, upper 60s.
Okay.
And then it rained a little bit. Now it's back down in the 40s. So it's a little bit of everything today.
Okay. Yeah, it was cooler here. It was 40s and then 60s, upper 60s during the day, I believe. But it was perfect weather. It was perfect weather. What about you guys in Canada?
28 Fahrenheit in Canada right now in my city.
In English, please.
He said Fahrenheit.
It's not Fahrenheit, you monkey.
That's what you get for messing with the hat.
I'll slap you with a brisket.
When Mike comes, he comes strong.
You no good
monkey.
You don't want to make that hat step up.
Yeah, you don't want that when the lid snaps up. That's called a snapback for a reason. No, I mean,
we're so thrown back right now.
Wow.
Right now it's snowing outside.
Wow. Keith Robbins asked a Bucs-related question. Will Fournette or Rojo start week 1? Go around the circle. Matt.
Rectangle?
Fournette will. I don't think Rojo's going to be here.
Okay. Mike?
I think Fournette's going to start.
Okay. Andrew?
I think actually it'll be Rojo.
Okay. Joshua?
Spread him out with Giovanni Bernard in the backfield.
Put him in the Y formation.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The Y formation. We got all these receivers and none of them are on the field. Okay. Johnny?
Fournette.
Okay. I think if you want to know Josh's real opinion, what you're going to have to do is read the article on Bucs Report tomorrow.
Ooh, nice little tease.
Which you're welcome. You're welcome. All of them.
I have to get going because I got a really busy night ahead of me.
Yes, you do.
I will be on the Locker Room app doing a Armchair Superheroes podcast, though, right after this. So once this show ends, if you guys are on the Locker Room app, feel free to chime in. We're talking about Falcon Winter Soldier episode 5. But otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Joshua_C_Allen. All my work is on BucsReport.com. You can find me every Thursday on The Animal. And you might even see me a couple more times this week. Wednesday, I'll be co-hosting with Gene on Buck What You Heard. And maybe a surprise.
Let's go ahead. No, let's not make it a surprise. All right. Let's just go ahead and you feel free.
On Tuesday, I will be special guest hosting What's Cooking in the South. So make sure you tune into that as well. Busy man. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You find me here on the Audible, Buck What You Heard, and on What's Cooking in the South, live on Bucs Report. Check out the Locker Room app. Check out my Twitter. Check out my articles.
Yep. Much appreciated for you doing that and covering for me on Tuesday night, Joshua. I very much appreciate that.
I'm going to keep it basically the same, but I've got a few surprises.
Awesome. Now, yeah, and I'll be watching.
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
We'll all be.
That'll be fun. Keep it clean.
Well, hey, you miscreants better be in here because you guys got a house.
I agree. You
y'all
miscreants
know.
better all show up. You know what? Maybe I'll come on as a miscreant. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'll put on some. Yeah. I'll put on some makeup. I'll come in as in disguise.
Put on the
now you're still on Andrew's thing.
Yeah. No, look who's talking, Mr. Redwig. Look.
No makeup.
What?
Andrew goes all out, man.
It's true.
I'm telling you, brother. I still want you in a French. I don't literally want you.
Give me
in
a
French.
Oh, you already said
A French-made costume.
Give me a walking before I leave. Give me some walking.
Y'all better go check out the locker room app. Joshua Cole Allen. It's good. I promise.
Nice.
Falcon and soldiers.
The locker room app is too biased right now for me. They got to open it up to Android.
It's going to open up soon to Android. But right now it's
what?
What did I say?
I didn't hear what you said.
It's for iPhone snobs only.
I said it's
iOS.
I'm trying to coax Fulmer into it. He knows what I want to hear.
What does he want now? Gollum? You want Gollum?
Yeah, give us a Gollum.
The locker room app says you get the very good talks. We'll talk Lord of the Rings. We'll talk the shit. We'll talk everything.
That sounded more like my cat with a fur ball.
That's pretty much Gollum.
Yeah, it is pretty much Gollum.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Have a great one. Get out of here.
Thursday,
Get the heck out of here.
Josh.
Get the heck
See you
out of
later,
here.
Josh.
All right, man. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Liked that so much, he pulled out another smoke and was like, "Yeah, give me that Gollum. Give me that Gollum again."
Matt, were you smoking on camera and I missed it?
Yes, sir.
Stop that crap.
I pop off a camera.
That's why I
to
don't
smoke.
like to be on screen.
Oh,
I don't want the world to know about my vices.
well, it's a little too late, apparently.
Apparently.
You not see that I'm a Red Wings fan?
For God's sake.
I slipped earlier. That's why I turned the camera off.
Yeah. Let's see. What number was Bernard last year with the Bengals? 25? Okay. Let's see. Watching a Bengals game from last year on the NFL Network, and I'd like to key on Bernard. Well, there you go. Number 25. All right.
He is going to be fun. Like, he really is.
I think he is too.
He's
I think
been
he is
in every
too.
one of my fantasy leagues, man. I've had him on every one. He's always got me points.
He's in every one of he's been in every one of Johnny's fantasies. And,
He performs well.
Put it this way, in all my dynasty leagues right now, everybody knows that I'm a Buccaneers fan, and everybody knows that I try to get the sub guys because it's good to have them on my bench whenever they actually go and perform.
They're
for
good,
the
steady
injuries.
points, man. They're reliable.
Yep.
They ain't gonna give me Bernard for anything. I was even like, yo, I got the 13th pick in this draft. They're like, no, Fulbert, we're not doing it. I'm like,
but
just want one Buccaneer player. They're like, you can't. I'm like,
well, last year, for everybody who does not know this, we have a Bucs Report Fantasy League, or we had a Bucs Report Fantasy League, and last year, it came down to two people, me and Andrew. So that was awesome.
Nick?
What's that?
What happened to Nick? I thought he was the fantasy guru.
So Nick didn't make it to the championship because somebody beat him. After he told me I didn't have a chance to beat him.
Well, he
beginning of the year before we knew there was going to be a league, he mocked me. So I am hoping one of these days, I'm hoping for the triumphant return of Nick Citro. One of these days it will happen.
I send him every link to every one of your shows.
I do too, man. Every show I send him a link. Every show. He'll show up one of these days.
Oh yeah,
he will. Yeah.
He's gonna be a very big surprise one day for sure.
Yeah. He's done it before. All of a sudden, out of the blue, there he was. I'm like, oh my god, you're kidding! And of course, I'm gonna play his intro because the guy's got walk-up music now. I mean,
it's very true.
Yep.
Dr. Nick Citro.
I have been trying to figure out some way to get walk-up music for all of you. I've been trying to figure out. Yeah, we need some sort of a way that I can like some sort of music, but it can't be copyrighted. So I've got to come up, with some sort of a,
it'd be really cool out there for one of you really smart folks and you younger folks with some monies. Would be really cool to create an app that basically pays royalties for some of these songs that you could use on videos if someone were to just pay you.
Yep.
That'd be really cool.
There you go.
$10 a month if I could walk out to some Goodbye Horses. Hell yeah.
Well, I think that'd be fun if there was a little walkout or walk-in music. That would be kind of fun.
You get like a 30-second clip, 45-second clip, or something like that. You don't have to use the whole song. Like they can clip certain parts of the song. Like that would be just really cool.
Yeah, I'd like for it to be "Oh Canada" for Mike, but that would need to happen.
What was that music sharing platform to platform thing that got in trouble?
Oh, which one? Yeah, Napster.
Napster.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
There
are some musicians affiliated with Bucs Report. I don't understand what. Like Joshua's got his guy over there. What's his name?
Yeah.
Jeezy,
whatever.
About that.
Copyright certain copyrights, like if they're signed on with certain people, like they may not be able to just share to certain platforms unless the company knows. So
no, I mean at some point there'll be some sort of a miscreant song. We'll give it time. No rush, guys.
Just let me get a keyboard from a yard sale here, and I'll make us a little intro. Don't worry.
There you go.
I have 5 guitars, but I can't play any of them.
There you go. We need but I got them. We've got that, or I need some sort of a. I don't know about a rap. Everybody's doing raps.
No,
I need something different. I need some kind of.
This is gray. You know why it's gray? Because rap. That's why. I was blonde before that.
Matt.
Give me a bomb.
Okay, hold on. I warned you guys. So walk the plank. He's out of here. All right.
I didn't even hear what he said.
What did he say?
He cursed again.
What?
I warned him.
You said
Come on.
Curses, Matt.
Yeah. Listen, I got to get you guys to stop that. I mean, here's the thing. It's like even on the podcast, I have to go back and edit that crap out on the podcast because you get bad ratings. And what happens is when you guys say that, I don't know if you realize this, but it becomes with Facebook, it becomes explicit content, and we get shared on a lot fewer news feeds and things. So it's important that you guys don't do that.
If you want explicit content, you go to North Sports Dynamics.
There you go.
If
that's what you're looking for. We've got the right places. I got to do that. I mean, I keep trying to get you guys to stop, and everybody just ignores me. So I have no choice.
Guys, if I can go through this whole flipping show without cussing one dang time, then there's a good chance that all you all can do it, okay?
I came close earlier a couple of times, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
I know.
I grew up a Navy brat. Come on, man.
What's that?
I grew up a Navy brat.
It doesn't matter.
They're like a sailor for nothing.
Doesn't matter. You still don't. There are times.
Listen, Rick.
Do you do it at church?
Boy, on this show, for considering the years and years and years I've spent swearing, I do very well.
Yes, you do. But when you swear, it literally takes us off of news feeds. So that's the point behind saying don't do it. Is this show right now? What's that?
We need a miscreant swear jar.
Yeah. Well, that's why. I mean, we've sort of cleaned this up compared to where we were because. We kind of had to. I mean, it's better. It just is better for sharing and better for all that. And
Are we doing the American skit tonight?
We're not doing one tonight. Sorry, it's because I've been so busy doing all the other stuff here.
For Christ's sakes.
You almost got him to swear.
That's not a pro, is it?
Then you would have had to call Matt and everybody back on. Then you would have had to leave, and then Matt gets to run the show.
It's going to be a very lonely show right now. All right, Matt. All right, Matt.
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa.
No problem. You are good.
It's like being kicked out of the treehouse and being like, guys, you're not serious, right?
Yes, I'm serious. Next time you get booted all the way out. So.
Got my water. You guys, you left my water.
You got my weed. You took the weed, man. I gotta take that home.
Oh man.
Come on.
Oh, by the way, Andrew, great show Saturday, dude. That was a good show.
That was a great show. That was a great show. Absolutely. You know what? Do me a favor. Tell everybody about your show.
You guys know Sports Dynasty. We are on every Saturday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Time. It was actually fun yesterday. Alex actually, as soon as we were done, it was like, man, I love when we get a lot of interactions and we get a lot of like views because it actually makes us keep going, you know?
And guys, when you get, and this is Andrew, I don't know if you know this, but everybody in the comment section, I want you to know this. Every time you guys comment, the more comments that you get, the more shares, the more news feed that the show shows up in.
Yeah, that was our highest viewed video, I do believe, right now. And you know, it's a lot of thanks to the guys at Bucs Report, and a lot of thanks to the fans that were just in the comment section, and all that kind of stuff. And to all you guys out there, if you're big draft guys or you're not, but if you want to try and win some stuff, hey, we got a draft bracket going on, and it's on my Twitter page, it's on the Facebook page. Go download it, go fill it out, and try to tell us that you're the draft expert of the year.
That is awesome. I want to point something out to you guys. Miscreants, I want to thank you guys for something that you did. When we had the first Bucs Report show, now I don't know if you guys know, but usually if you go back and look in the news feed, like on Facebook, if you go back and look at the previous videos and how many total viewers there are, we usually end up after a couple of days where I think he worked out the average over the last 10 shows was 2,100 views per show.
Is that a lot?
Well, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. But the thing is this: when we did the first Bucs Report show, we had over 3,000 viewers, and it was because you guys with your 300 comments in that comment section. It was because of you guys who showed up and did that, and that made a huge deal because it ends up in that many more news feeds. You guys commenting carried the show in a lot of ways. So that's why when I tell you guys it is heartfelt that I am grateful for the effort you guys put in, you, Johnny, Matt, you guys making Matt leaves. Yeah, I'm in the middle of giving this heartfelt speech, and Mike just gets up and walks out.
Miscreants.
Yeah. So when I tell you it is from the heart, when I say thank you guys for your comments, and Teresa and Tim Weatherspoon and Keith, all you guys, Keith Robbins Jr., all of you guys who are making comments in that section, it means a lot to this show. It impacts this show. So please click the like button, please share, and please do all of that because it's a huge help. And we're trying hard to provide great content here. And if you appreciate it, please let us know that. Please put it in that chat section. All of the shows, not just mine. Put it on all of the shows that you're watching. Support the people. You guys might not even realize if you're just sitting there watching, please just type in a comment of, hey guys, thanks for the great, thanks for the info, whatever. Put that in there, and that helps. So I wanted to say that. Mike's doing calisthenics.
No, I got a bad rotator cuff. I just got to stretch it out.
Okay.
It's a good thing we got our health care, buddy. We'll be all good.
Oh man!
You just walk on in, buddy. listen, Mike. You just walk on into that hospital. You get those 7 different pills if you want. They only recommend you take one, but you take all damn 7. That just costs $5. There you go. Free Slurpee on the way out.
Well, yeah, and I want to say this too, Teresa. By the way, Teresa said, yeah, she'll be the comments queen. Teresa, you already are the comments queen. Just want to point that out. You already are. And Tim Witherspoon, hey guys, thanks for the info. Tim, I appreciate those comments that you guys make, and I mean that.
The crazier the better too.
Yeah, yeah.
Emojis. If you're laughing at our jokes, show it in the comments.
Yes, just put an emoji down. You don't have, I mean, it's much appreciated. It is seriously appreciated. And
no sad faces, please. That would be very hurtful. That would hurt us.
And I say, and I say that, and I say to all of you guys right now, please be there tomorrow night. Bucs Report Show. It starts at 9:00, and those comments, please keep them coming. Keep that chat room active because that's a big deal.
And somebody find Brian Pearson.
Start
and bring
working
him back,
out.
please.
Yeah, we need Brian Pearson back. Somebody, if anybody's friends with him on Facebook, tell him we miss him. Anyway, so all right, I'm gonna shut this out for the rest of the night. Shut it
down.
Shut her down. Yes, yes.
I think he's already shut it down.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at.
Matt's just going. Matt's afraid to speak now.
No, I shared the show to about 10 different locales, and I'm seeing if it actually got past the gatekeepers.
Oh,
That's all
well,
I'm
maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't this time. You never know. But next time it might. And that's, I appreciate it because that stuff helps. When you guys share, that stuff helps. So as long as it's not oversharing, Johnny Dean shares freaking everywhere. So make sure you're not. Yeah, make sure you're not following him up.
I see their shares in my groups. I always delete them and just use mine.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys. Andrew, one more time. When and where?
Saturdays, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for you Eastern folks there.
Awesome. And what's that?
See you guys Monday night.
All right. See you tomorrow night.
Adios,
my friend. Au revoir. Matt, I hope I see you tomorrow night.
I will give it all my effort. I don't see a reason why not. But.
Excellent. Matt from Oklahoma City and his cat will be there. Whoop.
Yeah.
He just bolted.
That cat and him is gone.
All right. And Johnny, tell everybody where to find all of your goodies.
What's happening in
that
sports?
Sounds a little weird.
What's happening in sports? 67 Facebook groups. And trolling you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Johnny.
Later, guys.
Andrew, thank you. What just happened here? Andrew, thank you, my friend, for coming by. You always bring it well. And I mean it when I say this is home for you. And when I say it, make yourself at home. So, all right. Thanks, my friend.
Appreciate it, buddy. And appreciate all you fans. I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon again.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks, my friend.
Adios.
Have a great night. All right, guys. We always shut this thing down with this. You saw it before with Joshua, but now we're going to shut it down my way. All right, guys. So then there's this. Something we didn't talk about tonight. One extra thing. Tom Brady. It's been 21 years since Tom Brady was drafted. As he said, big day, my NFL career can now legally buy a beer. It's funny when you think about that Tom Brady's been in the league that long. And maybe his most storybook season was last year with the Bucs. That's amazing when you think about it, because there's going to be movies about this guy. His most storybook season, I believe, was last year. And that's a pretty big deal. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow night on the Bucs Report Show. Please come by tomorrow at 9. It's going to be a lot of fun right here on Bucs Report. We're going to have a blast. We always do. Definitely a different vibe on that show. But we love having you here. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, as always, tomorrow night on the Bucs Report Show at 9 o'clock. You guys, much appreciated for everything. Have a great one. You are my friends, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Go Bucs.